Welcome to Business Morning on Union Television. I am Onyinye Ezlofo, and I like you to know that for every business, there are challenges, there are obstacles. And like it is often said, where there is a will, there is a way. And you have to go hard or go home. You have this business or you are in business not because you want to go home, but because you want to push hard. So you don't have to see the whole staircase before you take a step. As you go, it becomes clearer. And this is what we're going to be exploring. Some people who have recorded success in business and what lessons you can learn from them. This brings me to our topic for today, the Vicky James success story. We're going to be seeing and exploring the things that she went through and how she was able to achieve success. And these lessons are important because you can apply them to your business to achieve the success you desire. Every business lesson that is practical is applicable because success can be replicated when you're following the right pattern. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we'll be diving deep into the topic. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning. We're still discussing the Vicky James success story, and then we all know who Vicky James is, but if you don't know who she is an international celebrity fashion designer. But she didn't start off as an international celebrity fashion designer. She had a very humble beginning, and that is one interesting part of her story. And it's great that Vicky James has not taken out her beginning from her story. It's something that she wears alongside the crown she has now. So if you know her or if you're getting to know her, you will know that yes, she grew up in the slum, but now she's no longer in the slum. So from the slum to where she is now, it's a lot. And you can learn a lot of things in between. So she's that lady you must have seen on social media who says she doesn't make clothes for anything less than 1 million naira. And that got eyes rolling, like who wears that kind of a clothes? People do. It might not be you, but people do. So people got talking. Why would she say she doesn't make clothes for less than 1 million? And the popular question is, what is she sewing? Clothes. She's sewing clothes for the right people. She's sewing clothes for people who can afford her. She's sewing clothes for people who understand what premium fashion is. And she has raised that bar effortlessly. So you want to think of outstanding fashion brands, you can just name them: Hermes, Gucci. You can just think of them. Now they have really good pieces that worth millions and people buy it. Let me not just say people. The same class of people or within the country where these people are really talking about her prices being high, there are people who would buy 10,000 Birkin bags, right? There are people who would buy 5 million Gucci bags and they don't have a problem with that. So the fact that you cannot afford Vicky James dress does not mean she has to make her price what you can afford. And that is where you need to think about standard in your business. What standard are you setting? What's the legacy for you? What do you want? What are you laying down? Because she's standing by it and it's working. Probably 1 million might be the basic for her design. That's for the kind of clothes she was talking about at the time. And yes, she styled a couple of celebrities at AMVCA. And they are just so glam. They are looking beautiful, very elegant in her dress. You know that for this kind of dress, a lot of work went into it. The detailing, everything about it was classic. And so when she gives you the bill, it is worth the bill. For some people, they might find someone who would take less, but for she, that is her price. And it doesn't mean that these clothes are made of 1 million naira. She said 1 million is the standard. That means they could be higher than that price. So you who is starting a business, do you have your price? Do you even have a price list? Let's start from there. It doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether it's handwork, whether you have product, whether it's services. Do you have a price list? Would you do the same thing for Mr. A and do the same thing for Mr. B at way ridiculous prices? This one is very low and this one is very high. Why would you do that? so that when there is uniformity, you should now know that this is the bare minimum. And then let's say you're selling, I wouldn't say fashion now, but let's say you're selling jewelry and you make this bead for 10,000 and then you make the same bead for 50,000. So why is that? If the basic is 10,000, there should be sophistication that would make the bead higher. But if you're selling, oh, I can sell for this person for 3,000 and I can sell for this person. Now, the variation, there is no uniformity in what you're doing. So you cannot even say this is the least price you can take. Every business is supposed to have at least a least price. So this is your basic. And then with the sophistication, the design, the aesthetic, every other extra thing you're adding to it, you know how much the person is going to pay extra. So just like you go to buy a scoop ice cream and then the scoop has a fixed price per cup. But then when you're adding the toppings, the prices begin to change. One topping, this amount, this one, this amount, this one, this. So you might end up buying one cup of ice cream for 10,000 because of the topping you have. Yeah, someone else will go to buy the same cup of ice cream for 5,000. The topping is less. But then that scoop is not changing. And that is the thing about the Vicky James fashion. So try to add uniformity in what you're doing. Somebody shouldn't come and buy the same clothes. Let's say you make ready to wear, the same clothes, the same style, the same design, and you're selling it. Two people walk into your shop. This person buys the same outfit for 10,000. Another person, you want to sell it for 50,000. Why? Are you doing extra work on it? No. Because you feel like this person can afford to pay higher, this person can afford to pay less. That's not how it is done. If people are going to buy extra, they should see the reason why they are buying extra. What is different about this thing? What other extra thing have you added? What uniqueness is in this thing? And why am I paying extra? So when people were talking, I can't do this, I can't do it, it's not really for them. So they will do the talking because people her brand is for are buying on a daily and she's making sales. So you should try to understand what you're selling, craft your price, know your price segregation. What are you selling for what? What are you selling for what amount? Try to add uniformity. In as much as you might want to charge higher for some people and charge lower for some people, there should be a basic amount for everyone, so that anybody who wants to buy you should know this is entry price for any products here. But then with this and with that and with that, this is now the amount. So you can design them and you're targeting different people. But you don't do things randomly and expect that it's going to be successful at the end of the day. There should be tailoring and structure in what you are doing. Now, we're doing this review in no particular order. The next thing we're reviewing about Vicky James is the Vicky James wedding. Notice during her wedding, she was making the rounds. She made sure that it was loud. And you think the wedding being loud was for nothing? No, it wasn't. A lot of things came with her wedding. Her wedding was making the rounds not in Nigeria, but in Africa. A lot of people got to know about her because she was almost everywhere and in all the blogs. And she was intentional about it. She didn't just decide to, oh, I will do this. No, she decided that I will do this for this reason. And that reason that was unsaid is what we're going to be discussing. We'll be going on a short break now. And when we come back from this break, we'll be discussing the unsaid reason behind the whole rounds around Vicky James' wedding. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning on Union Television. We're still discussing the Vicky James success story, and we talked about her wedding. We said that her wedding was making the rounds, or her wedding made the rounds. Her wedding was all over the place. Some people felt she was too extra. Some people felt she was doing too much. Some people felt different things concerning her wedding, but she felt what she thinks she needs to feel, and she did exactly what she wanted to do. So during her wedding, there was a best dress contest and there was a prize attached. And what happened? People were looking their best. People did extra to come for that wedding because she wanted the wedding to speak fashion. as a fashion designer. So it's about her brand, not just about people or looking. She was very intentional about exploring this industry. She came in and she wants to dominate. Now, all the people that came for her wedding looking fabulous, they didn't buy her products. She wasn't the person who designed their dresses, but they came looking their best. So it's a show of fashion. And when you see them, you know that, oh, this is a fashion designer's wedding, or this thing has to do with fashion. And that is the industry she's in. Fashion designers are taking pictures. They want to recreate. They want to model. And that is how people also got to know about it, because whenever there is something related to fashion in the internet, people are saving pictures, people are reposting, people are now having their personal assessment of how people dress. You have a lot of fashion police analyzing people's outfit. And that's the beauty of it, because in all of this analysis, you will still have Vicky James' wedding in it. And it still comes back to her and her personal brand. So building her brand was part of it. The next thing that happened during her wedding was showcasing her skill and detailing. She designed the kind of fabric she wanted for her wedding, and then she took it to the producers. Now you can imagine that. She designed it. She had a lot of things. The detailing and everything came from her. And when she took it to them, she asked them to replicate what she had on her paper. The first one was out, but then she needed them to correct something to make sure that it's exact. And they gave her exactly what she wants. So you now, who is looking at it, you're seeing how beautiful it is. You're just certain that you wouldn't find it anywhere in the market. So if you're planning to go and search, no, it doesn't exist. It was custom made. And what is that saying? It is saying, dear customer, I make custom made outfits and I design clothes for them. So if you want to wear what only you would wear in this world, I can give it to you. The proof is I did it for my wedding. Do you now understand why she did that? So anybody that is like, oh, I love this outfit, you go everywhere, you search for it, you can't find it because she only has it. And then you want to have like a very different kind of clothes that would be for you alone. The person you're thinking about first is Vicky James, because she has done it before and she can do it again. So she can design the outfit and she can design the fabric and it will be exactly the way you want it. That was another thing that happened during her wedding. And then the third thing that happened during her wedding was the style. This style was just beautiful. So she created the style to suit her body. And then she had other outfits she wore. You're looking at it, you're seeing that this is glamorous. So when you want a very beautiful style, you want something exotic, something that is so elegant and distinct, you're thinking Vicky James. And because her wedding was making the rounds, a lot of people got to see her work. So she had free publicity almost everywhere because of that. So you now who is in business, what do you have to do to be able to put out yourself there? You have events and it's something that you can do. How do you bring your products into it? How can you create something that people want to connect to you, something that will make people resonate with you, something that anytime anybody thinks about, they are thinking about you first. You're the go-to person. Okay, every other person can do this thing, but I know the primary person who can do this is X, and that X is you. So that is what Vicky James did, and you can do the same for your business. The third thing we're going to be looking at regarding the Vicky James story, now we're going back to Ajegunle, where she came from. So when she started in the sitting room, trying to put things together, just her dream, her passion. Of course, the African mother or the African parents would usually have high expectations for their children, because growing up, usually in the typical African setting back in the days, they would tell you, oh, you have to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, an engineer. If you're thinking fashion, there's a problem with you, because they cannot sponsor you in school to just be a fashion designer. What do you want to be sewing? If you're thinking dancing, creative arts, no. Somebody once said, I told my mom I was going to be an artist, and she said, hunger will finish you. But really, are these people hungry? They are not. These people are not hungry. But it's just that the African parent weren't seeing it as the younger people today would see it. So at the time she started, she had herself, her passion, and she was able to encourage her mother to believe in her. And she went ahead and started. She was sewing day in, day out, staying awake at night, ensuring she finishes her work, making sure she delivers. She makes clothes, she takes pictures, and she uploads online. So you have your business. Are you taking pictures and uploading online? Are you even leveraging social media to build your brand? It's a market for you, a very big market at that, but you're not seeing the money in it. You're not seeing gold there. You don't know who is going to repost and repost and repost. You don't even know how your clients will find you, because within Ajegunle, the kind of clothes she was making, people who would buy those clothes are not within that place. And she understood it. So when she makes it, she takes it to her market. She knows where her market is until a fashion blogger reposted. And then people began to say it, and she started getting deals. What are you sleeping on? I'm asking. What are you sleeping on? You have a very good latest shoe you made, but you don't want to post it. You're posting it on WhatsApp. The people on your contact list, who are they? Your secondary school friend, your family friends, your compound friends. Who are the kind of people on your WhatsApp? And do they have buying power? Or do they have the wow power? Wow, this is nice, this is nice. Can you take it to where the real people who can buy from you would see this product? Just like Vicky James did. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where you're making this thing from. Who needs to see this product? Where are they? Take your phone. You don't even need an iPhone to start with. Oh, I need to have very great pictures, so I've not started because of pictures. Pictures is not a problem. With your small phone, take a good picture, do a very fine edit that wouldn't alter anything, and then you put it out. You don't have to use filters that will filter the beauty of your shoe, or that will make them blur, that people don't even see the authentic image of the picture. And you can leverage AI tools to make your pictures good, and you put them out, making sure that people who can afford you are seeing your product. That is how you can increase your chances of selling more and building a better business. We'll be going on a short break now, and when we come back from this break, we'll be exploring other tips that made Vicky James' success story. Stay with us. Welcome back to Business Morning. We're still discussing the Vicky James success story. And then we're going to be looking at something that is key as it concerns every business. We're looking at customers. Recently, Vicky James reacted to an event that happened between a celebrity and a fashion designer. And there is this tag or money and all of that. And then she said at the time she started, she had people with those kind of options, but she didn't even take them at the time because she knew what she wanted. There are people who were very brutal with their criticism. There are people who didn't feel that her brand was worth their body. They needed the classic brands, and she was not in that league for them. But today, according to her, these people can do anything to pay for her piece. So what is this telling you? Bad days will come. You will meet people of all kind, of all class, different orientations. People who don't even think that you want what you are doing. But keep at it. Don't let them change your mind. Don't let them make you see your business in a different way. Don't make them make you doubt yourself. If you know what you have in you, it doesn't matter what the criticism is at the time. It's about how much you're ready to invest in yourself to become better. So keep doing it. You've started, yes, and that's even the most difficult stage, starting. being very courageous to do something and put it out there despite the battle with you, because you have to first win the war with yourself. Oh, I will do it today. Imposter syndrome, self-doubt, you're thinking too much, self-criticism, procrastination. When you've been able to deal with all of that and you won by putting that product out, somebody shouldn't stop you. Somebody shouldn't make you lose the battle you won, because you won it with yourself. So you should be thinking winning more. So when they say things that are not good, of course, people wouldn't tell you what is good all the time, especially when you're starting. And she also experienced that, but it didn't stop her. She kept designing, making clothes for the people who think they can afford her, making clothes for people who think her brand is a luxury. It might not be the kind of luxury they want at the time, but then she's on a path to greatness. She's moving somewhere. She's headed somewhere. She's focusing on something. So now, when they think about her, they can do anything to get to her. So what about you? If you decide to quit because of one customer's review or one bad review, what will happen in the next 5 years? Where do you see this brand in the next 10 years? Because quitting means ending, and that's all. There is no future. You should think beyond now. Think ahead. What am I saying? What is in it for me? What is the big picture? What solution am I bringing? Remember, your business is a solution, and you're solving people's problem. So if you're solving the problem of the African narrative, you're changing the African narrative, just like Vicky James is doing, and letting people know that African fashion is an amazing fashion. So people internationally buy from Vicky James, and they are comfortable wearing it because it fits the international market standard. So when she says, I do not make clothes for less than 1 million, she means it. And with hard work and determination and all the push she has given her business came the accolades. Don't be that business owner who is more interested in awards, recognitions, and futures. Do the work, walk the path, be focused. When you arrive at your success stage, the accolades will accompany you there, because greatness is who you will be serving. At this point, we'll be going into marketplace synergy. So we talk to people in the market who are in the fashion industry to know whether or not they hope to start their own fashion business and what they see themselves doing in no time. So come with me. This is Marketplace Synergy, a segment of Business Morning where we interact with market people to learn about their businesses, their challenges, and their success stories. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So I already see that this is men's fashion. Well, I don't know why I'm not seeing any female clothes here. Why did you decide to go into only men's fashion?
Well, I like personally, I am passionate for men business. Anything men, anything for men. I have passion for men clothing. Anyway, thank you.
So how long have you been in this business?
Up to 10 years, 11 to 12 to 10 years now, or 10 to 12 years, yes.
It's really been a very long time though, 11 to 12 years thereabout. In this particular location?
Definitely, yeah.
So you started business here and you've been here for the number of times?
Okay. I once at Ikeja at number 51 above me Awolowo Ikeja before I located here. I decided to leave Awolowo because Awolowo is becoming more hot and more expensive. I thought, let me relocate here. At least things will be a little bit cheaper, shops and otherwise. That's why I come to this place. But in this particular place, I've been here for like 11 to 12 years now. That means you were in Ikeja for some time. So excluding the time you started in Ikeja, it's 11 years. So plus Ikeja now, how long have you been in business altogether? In this particular business, I have other business I do, but in this particular fashion, at least this is, let me just say, if I am not mistaken, it's about 15 years. Amazing. So do you see yourself owning more branches within and outside Lagos? Yes, of course. You know, I have in mind opening other branches. You know, just because of the how Nigeria is going today, the exchange and otherwise things has been going high every day. You know, no capital that can lead me to extend my business. Are you getting me? Things are more higher these days. So I have in mind extending my business, expanding it. But just because of the capital and otherwise, that's why I'm still taking it easy for now. Now,
All right. So, with the exchange rate and probably the cost of importation too, right?
definitely yes. That's
Okay. Are you considering having your own cloth line?
yes. If I can get the capital, I can be able to go into it. Yes, I can. I want to do that. I want to get it, but the capital is the main base of it. Capital.
So, in the next how many years, when do we look forward to having your own fashion line? Like we have Gucci, so we can have your own. In what time or in how many years to come should we expect something like that?
As I rightly said, you know, God owns life and owns everything. Even favor, God gives favor and gives connection. If I have the capital now, I will embark on it. It's only God will tell us how many years will be in it and we can be able to make it. But if I have the capital, I can embark on it immediately. Just go to China there, get what I want, get the company, tell them what to sew, come back here, and things will be coming in here. And are you getting me? Just all, you know, people open sewing company here, have a factory here, making it in a way it will be okay. Even if you go to Aba as well, there's many companies that are looking for who will come and partner with them. They can be able to sew whatever they want for him or her. So the only thing is that is capital to embark on it. That's if I have the capital, I can. I will make it in the next 5, 7, 8 years. I think I'll become what I want to be in life.
Amazing. So your business has seen a lot of administrations in Nigeria. So with the different governments, policies, how has it affected your business? Have you had downtimes and how did you navigate it?
I don't know what you want me to say on this juncture, but what I want to tell you is this. In this particular regime we are into, things are very hectic for us. We are not finding it easy. We're not saying it easy. Things are very bad. Markets go up, product materials go up. Formerly, when about last 2 years, 3 years ago, you can purchase something of this nature at 5, 6 thousand, but now it's about 15, 20,000 naira. So this time around, things have been hectic, things have been bad. Markets go down, everything up, up, up. Even food, I swear, we can't even see food eat. Tomato worst, pepper worst. Are you getting me? So these are not been easy. This time around, I don't have, well, I have to confess to you, these are difficult. These are very hard this time around. These are very, very difficult. We're in a hectic time. Thank you.
I mean, it's affecting the business turnaround.
Tremendously, it affects the business. You can see from morning to night, there's nothing to say. People come, people want to buy. People want to buy. They have the passion for the clothes. They want to buy, but when they come, you tell them the price, they turn around. They just go back. Are you getting me? People want to buy. People are forced to buy. When they come, you tell them only this is 25,000 naira. Okay, my power no reach. So they will go. Some will come again. They will feel, people want to buy. If things normalizes, I want the business would boom here in Lagos, even Nigeria at large. I'm not advised any guy to come into business now. Wait, let's see how things will be in Nigeria, because if you buy, you might not sell it.
Well, right from time I love fashion. So, and I love good ways, as in seeing people, you know, I'm into entertainment as well. So, and you know, when you are into entertainment, it entails fashion and stuff like that. So, more reason why I venture into the fashion business.
Okay. For how long have you been in this business?
Let me say, I started since 2020. Yeah, 2020, during COVID-19, you know, then we are always indoors. So just like trying to do something else that can, and we started online. So we started in 2020 here. Perseverance, because it's not easy, especially this regime we have now. We all know that dollar's rate is not smiling, and doing business here in Nigeria now is not an easy task. So, and if you put more money into the business than you can't even say, okay, this is I'm doing, let me just remove 1 naira from it. When you remove 1 naira from it, that 1 naira will definitely show that you remove it from the business. So the money you make from other businesses, you have to just make sure that your business is more boom, like big, yeah. Right now, though I'm a musician, a live band artist, and I also venture into this, and also I'm planning on opening a beauty salon because I learn hairdressing as well, and also catering because that's part of what I did in school. So that's my plan, other business plan that I have. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to relocate. I can go in and out of the country to get my goods, but not relocating. Well, my prayer is that God should enlarge my coast. I should own a plaza as well, so my business can expand more, so I can have most of the things I discussed in one place. Let me first say the rates. Most times the buying cost because I import my goods, so the buying cost at times might be cheaper, but the landing cost and the cargo fee at times you will think that, okay, if I at the end of the day, if I calculate everything together, how much am I going to make from this? And customers at times when they come, they're like, I see it's so plays at this rate, so it's been somehow challenging, just to balance everything and to make sure that you are not going to wear everything by yourself. You have to make sales, so at all costs. So it's been a very very hard something like that. Rate, the current rate, that's the dollar rate. So it's really affecting businesses, and we have imitation in this fashion business as well. At times you order for some goods, you see the picture that, okay, this is a quality material, and at the end of the day, the supplier might just send you something that is not even worth the money you paid. So it's part of the challenges I faced in this particular business. So I let me say I don't really know much about fashion designing. So, and you going into such thing, you have to have an idea of what you want to venture into. So, I'm just going into buying and selling. So that's mine. So I'm not really going to make saying I want to be making my own fashion outfits. No.
Okay.
Well, it's a good business and it's profitable. That's if you are able to take your stock, and let me say it's not something that you can just start from the scratch. That's we have drop shipping, whereby you can purchase, you can post some goods even you without having the capital to start the business. So, and if you see any prospective buyer, they can pay half of the money, and if you have a little you can add to it, then you purchase the good and you deliver to the customer. So it's not something that you can say, until I have millions of naira before I can start. So you can start with no cash, with no capital. So only if you can know how to go about it. So, and it's very, very easy, it's profitable. So
And that will be all on Marketplace Synergy today. It's great working with you through the market and speaking with business person. Now, this person has been in the fashion industry for a couple of years, and it will interest you to know that there are some things this person is not even thinking about at the moment. Like, this person is only selling on WhatsApp. In as much as he has other social media pages, he's yet to put his business there and then believe that his customers will look for him. His customers are really finding him, but then he needs to get to meet others who don't know about him to know him. Remember, Vicky James was putting her business out, and you too can put your business out. And for the fashion brand, at the moment, there is none. Hopefully, in the near future, we get to see his own fashion brand. We can do a lot when we decide to stick to the plan, and we can only stick to the plan when we have a plan. Now that you're creating the plan for your business, legacy should be your focus. solving the problem of not just this generation, but generations to come through your business. And this brings us to the end of Business Morning today. For more interesting and educative content, follow us across all our social media platforms. And yes, subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, I am Onyinye Eslofo, and until I see you again, keep watching Business Morning on Union Television.